In this video, I am going to show you one of the most incredible and profitable strategies that you will find on the internet with the engulfing candlestick patterns. In case you don't know what engulfing candlestick patterns are, I'm going to explain it to you in a very simple way. It is simply a candle engulfing another candle following a trend, and this indicates a change in trend. For example, let's imagine we have an uptrend, and suddenly a red engulfing candlestick pattern appears that indicates that the trend may turn around, since sellers are gaining strength. Now, let's imagine we have a downtrend, and suddenly a green engulfing candlestick pattern appears that indicates that the trend may turn around, since the buyers are gaining strength. The strategy that I'm going to show you works in all time periods and in any type of financial asset. And it is really simple. For the video, I am going to use the strategy in Bitcoin in the 5-minute chart, but you can use it in the graph you want. The first thing we will have to do is select the indicators. First, we will select two as. We will configure the first one with 100 periods, and in the type of graph we will put one greater than the one we operate. In this case, we will put 30 minutes, since we will operate in the 5-minute one. We will change the color to green and increase the thickness to the maximum. This EMA will serve as a filter. That is, if the price is above this EMA, we will only buy. If the price is below this EMA, we will only make sell trades. The second EMA, we will put it at 50 periods. We'll change the color to pink and increase the thickness to 2. Then we will add an RSI indicator. This indicator does not need to be added, but it is useful if you want to have more security when performing operations. Once we have added all the indicators on the chart, we will go to a higher hourly chart. In my case, I will go to the 30-minute chart, since I will trade on the 5-minute chart. In this 30-minute chart, we will have to mark with a red line all the most relevant supports and resistances that we see. In case you don't know what support and resistance are, support is a price level where a downtrend can be expected to pause due to a concentration of demand or buying interest. As the price of assets or securities drops, demand for the shares increases, thus forming the support line. Meanwhile, resistance zones arise due to selling interest when prices have increased. Once we have marked all the supports and resistances on the 30-minute chart, we will return to the 5-minute chart, and we will do the same but with yellow lines, since these supports and resistances will be weaker than the supports and resistances of the higher time frame. We will only have to mark the most important supports and resistances, not all of them, because otherwise the graph would be filled with lines. Once this is done, let's look at the example of a buy trade. First of all, we will wait for the price to be above the EMA of 100 and if possible above the EMA of 50, although this is optional for greater security. We will buy when an engulfing candlestick pattern appears in a support zone. We will place the stop loss below this pattern, and the take profit in a risk-benefit ratio of 2:1 in case the support is red, or a risk-benefit ratio of 1.5:1 in case the support is yellow. For greater security, we can check if at the point where the pattern was formed, the RSI is in the 30 zone, but this is optional for greater security. In case the price is below the EMA of 100, we can also open buy trades, but with a risk-benefit ratio of 1.5:1 on the red supports or a risk-benefit ratio of 1:1 on the yellow supports. Although, of course, operating in this way is a little more risky. Let us now see an example of a sell operation. First of all, we will wait for the price to be below the EMA of 100 and if possible below the EMA of 50, although this is optional for greater security. We will sell when an engulfing candlestick pattern appears in a resistance zone. We will put the stop loss above this pattern, and the take profit in a risk-benefit ratio of 2:1 in case the resistance is red, or a risk-benefit ratio of 1.5:1 in case the resistance is yellow. For greater security, we can check if at the point where the pattern was formed, the RSI is in the 70 zone, but this is optional for greater security. In case the price is above the EMA of 100, we can also open sell trades, but with a risk-benefit ratio of 1.5:1 on the red resistances or a risk-benefit ratio of 1:1 on the yellow resistances, although of course, operating in this way is a little more risky. Now, let's do some more operations. Look at all the winning trades we made with this strategy. Simply incredible. This is without a doubt one of the best strategies I brought to the channel. And ready, I hope this strategy has been useful to you. Do not forget that before trying it with real money, you need to try it in a demo account so that you can put it into practice by yourself. Do not forget to subscribe so as not to miss any strategy, as we upload the best strategies every week.